All right, welcome back again. I want to believe you've watched the video on how to set up your Visual Studio, how to install extension and all of that. If you have not watched that video, please refer to the video that actually explains how you can have all these extensions set up on your Visual Studio. So now that we are ready to code and start designing in Visual Studio, so after you've opened your Visual Studio, you might have something like this or just a blank page like this. Whichever one that you have, just navigate to this area. In this video, I will explain two ways to create a new folder in Visual Studio. The first one is to create your folder outside of Visual Studio environment, and the second is to create right from Visual Studio. Okay, just click on this open folder and navigate to whichever part on your system where you want to create that particular folder. For now, I will use videos folder. Click on a new folder and I'm going to call it Front-End Roadmap because we are going to be going together through this front-end development. Then inside of this front-end roadmap, I want to have another folder called week 1 because we are going to be exploring this week by week. So I have week 1. Okay, so just click on select folder. So now that folder is open up in Visual Studio automatically. Just so you can see we have week 1 here. If I just click on this arrow, you can see we have week 1 here. So inside week 1, we want to create some files. And the first file we'll be creating is our index file, which is the normal starting point of every website. So I'll click on this plus sign and I'll click on index.html. So now that I have index.html, I'll click enter and this is index.html file. As you can see, we have nothing on this particular screen. Let me just collapse this end so that we can see what we have there. So now if I decide to view this in my folder directory or directly on my live server, okay, this is my live server here. Once you install the live server that I mentioned earlier in the earlier part of this video, then you'll be able to see this go live option here. So once you click on it, it will open your default browser and try to render this page on your browser. So now let's just click that and see what we have. But actually we have nothing because we actually have nothing in our HTML code. So we are actually going to have a blank page. So this is what my browser displayed, which means that we have nothing to actually render on that page. And the reason is because we only have an empty screen. Okay, so now let's begin to code. So number one thing I will advise you to do is just click on Shift-1 on your keyboard, which actually give you this exclamation mark, and click on enter. So now this is what that does. If I delete this and press Shift-1 again, hit enter, it automatically gives us the basic structure of all what we need. And I'll be explaining what all of this stands for line by line so that you just don't do copy paste and you understand what this does. So let's click on Ctrl S to save and view on our browser to see if there's any changes on our end. Okay, you can see that on this page we have not. When you use the live server, you actually have the page updated the moment you actually add anything on your page. So now the only thing we have on our HTML code is we only have a title displayed document. So for example, now I'm just changing it to front end class 1. So and I'll click on save. Now the best side of the live server is I don't have to refresh this before that actually comes shows up. So just move your mouse over here. You can see this is already showing us front end class 1, and in the body you can see that we have nothing in the body. The body is the part of our HTML structure where everything that displays on the body on the page is actually rendered. So for example, if I say I am a boy and I click on save, I can just open my browser and that I am a boy is already showing without having to refresh the page. So that is just about that. So this is the introductory class of all what we'll be doing in our coding section. So if you like this, give it a thumb up. If you are here to follow, just hit the follow button. Thank you and do have a wonderful time.